Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? Happy Tuesday, and hopefully your winter time, whether you celebrate the holidays or not, has been good. Mine's been pretty good. I've been resting and relaxing. Today is actually like the first day I've done anything with social media, so it's been kind of nice. It was a good break. Why do I have this here? I don't know. But I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, give me a second. I just want to make sure that YouTube is up because that is, for whatever reason, always the biggest issue. Okay, yeah, YouTube is good. Oh, there's Zach. Hello, Zach. How are you? All right. Let me pull up chat here. How is everybody? Mr. Puppet, good background for a start. Thank you. Appreciate that. How was your Christmas? It was good. It was much needed relaxation time. It was a good time. What about you? Are you ready for 2026? I am. I have something very special coming, hopefully middle of January. So, depends on if it all gets approved and such. But yeah, some cool stuff happening. I don't know if I am. I mean, that's fair. I am also like, I'm ready, but I'm not ready, right? Like, there's the whole debacle there of just not wanting to continue going through more of what we've been going through. But otherwise, yeah, I'm ready. Let me get my thing open here. Okay, so the big thing that I have a question for is there anything different about the back? And there really isn't. So, all right, I need to figure out what I want to do with the back here because I'm thinking this section's going to become a new panel. I want to split this up a little bit. Hey man, glad you enjoyed your rest. Yeah, I did. It was good. I hope you got some rest too. I'm hoping this year's a lot better than last year. Last year was rough, man. Definitely hoping this year is not like that. Oop, that's not what I wanted. But anybody got any cool plans for the new year? Like, you guys got anything you're gonna strive for / work on? I know I'm trying to get speaking of which, trying to get the last amount of like hours in for the year that I can on my goated app because I like to track how many hours I spend on things. Yeah, we're working on that thing now. Okay. I'm almost to 100. My goal this year was to do 100 more hours than I did last year, and I'm pretty close, but I'm not quite there yet. So I'm hoping I can finish that off in the next couple of days. I don't think that's possible, but I'm gonna strive for it. Let's go mesh tools, separate, detach, separate. All right, Let's look at these two. Shift I. Whee. Okay. So this guy already has a lip going on here, so that's cool. I assume, yeah. All right. I've actually been like modeling all day. It's nice because like I'm on a break from work, so I've been working on some other stuff the entire time, and it's been really nice. Plus, I've played some games. I've had some good times. All right. Nope. Let's just grab these guys and pull them. Nope. Turn off. Let's just pull that back. Merry Christmas, Kelsey. How are you? How have you been? Good to see you. Hope you had a good break. Okay. This has arguably been one of the most frustrating models I think I've ever worked on. So I'm really happy that I'm getting closer to finishing it. Target well, boop. Nope. Boop. Let's see. I took some time with the family. I'm dedicating 2026 to continuing to learn 3D deeper. Maya and Houdini are really keeping me excited lately after years of messing with Blender. Nice. That's good. I'm glad you're excited for it. Been busy as fuck. How about you and Sydney? How was your Christmas? It was good. Yeah, it was pretty uneventful. We almost didn't have like regular Christmas because my mom got sick. But she's much better now. It's just that we didn't want to. Nobody wanted to get sick again because me and Sydney have been like on and off sick this entire time, and so we were just like everyone was kind of like, do we want to get sick again? But thankfully nobody else got sick. So it's these damn colds going around. Okay, so this should be relatively straightforward actually. Except for that part. This piece is already kind of modeled perfectly for this, so. Are you, let's see. 1 second. Oh, land visual, are you working on anything specific? Do you have any, like, project plans that you're going to work on, or what's the goal there? You know what? I'm just going to do this differently. Hold on. I'm thinking about this kind of dumb. Being kind of dumb. Okay. Yeah. Bevel. Chamfer. That's good. Multi-cut. This one should be relatively straightforward. I shouldn't really have to do anything crazy with this one. How did that do that? Mr. Blazing Man, 8 months. Thank you so much for the resub on Twitch. My kid's just getting over colds too. It's just yeah, it's been bad this year. I don't know. I know it's like some sort of like cold virus thing going around, but it's definitely been rough this year. That's good that they're getting over it though. It's not been fun. Oh. Okay. I see an issue here. Okay. That's a problem. Let's do this. I'm going to turn on symmetry just so I don't have to duplicate this thing constantly. Nope. Keyscape. But I'm glad you guys had a good Christmas, Kelsey. That's good. Mr. Blazing Man, how was your Christmas? If you celebrate, of course. Why? Symmetry. Go to topology. Boom. There we go. Okay. Let's just kind of repair this. I know that's not gonna... There we go. I have to do a little bit of tweaking on both sides, but that's okay. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty good. That lump is kind of weird. Oh, I see. Okay. That's better. Let's see. Okay. Trying to narrow down into a bit more of a specialized field, I guess, at the minute. I love all 3D and I want to do something emergent in my commercial video career going forward. Gotcha. Okay, cool. That makes sense. What's up, Crix? How are you? A long time from my side. It's been a long time for me, too. I mean, I streamed... I don't remember when the last time I streamed was. It wasn't last week at all. I think it was like the 19th. Yeah, it's been almost 2 weeks for me, so... It's been a long time for everybody. But how are you doing? And yeah, it's not a bad idea to lock down a little bit and just kind of... Oops, let's not do that. Just to kind of figure out what you want to do. Okay, so I realize now that this is actually going to make this kind of a mute point there. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of those. Shift I. I am not. I need to make sure I'm not doing panels going into 2026, because isn't there like some sort of superstition that if you go into the new year doing that'll be all you do? I think I would stop 3D entirely if that was all I was doing. Just panels for life. Gotta be careful though, because the next process is to UV map too. He did many private streams from me. All the Maya stuff you all will never get to see. Yeah, exactly. I was a little too busy, but I've resigned from the job, so yeah, we'll have more time. Oh, I'm sorry you had to resign from it. That sucks. Hopefully it was a good decision for you. That's never fun. Alright, this one's going to be a little weird because it ends. Let's see here. Yeah, that's going to be a little funky. This one's not a picture perfect edge. And yet, it could be. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold on. I can make this work. Haha. Okay. Boop. This can work. Let's see. No, all good. I mean, low pay, high commute, high stress. So yeah, I said forget. I'll find something in the little near. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, it's never good to hang on to those stressful jobs. I would like to leave my stressful job, but I'm not there yet. Not quite yet. Some point soon. That's gonna do what I wanted to do, right? Yeah. I am still getting over a cold, so you'll have to excuse me. All right. So I need to pin this corner. We'll work on that in a minute here. So far, the only thing is I need to figure out this part. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to just trace. I do want to do a course on UE5 too, super cool stuff, but I feel like I owe it more study time. That's fair. I mean, Unreal Engine, there's so much you could do with it. I feel like my favorite thing to do with Unreal Engine is just honestly to like pick a project and say like, hey, this is going to be rendered and I'm going to do something with it in Unreal. Like this one. I don't think my final output is going to be in Unreal, but it is going to touch Unreal at some point. And I think that's a good way to learn it. That way you're not super hyper stressed and you can just learn pieces at a time. That has worked really well for me. I don't know if that works for everyone else, but for me, that's worked really well. Okay. Hello. Ow. Why? Oh. It's because I didn't give it enough space. Hold on. Let's go surface slide. Turn that off just in case that's causing issues. Cool. Gorgeous. Alright, so show isolate view selected. It's going to cause a little bit of a issue with some of this stuff, but mesh, mirror. .050. Okay. How's that looking? Little weird. Not too terrible though. What happened here? Oh, did I not? Hold on. I don't think I copied that stuff over yet. It doesn't look like I did. Maybe I did? No, I didn't. Okay. Delete that. Control D. Let's plop you over here. -1. Oops. Okay. This is still very bumpy, but I'm slowly like working on kind of like cleaning it out. Whoa, hi. Oh, crap. Okay. Okay. I didn't realize what I did there. Let's see. I think we'll add some more cool stuff to modeling stuff in portfolio, and we'll start looking then. Okay, that's fair. By the way, any suggestions on sort of how I can learn new skills while I have a job? For X, I have a modeling job, but I want to learn to sculpt too. So how should I do it? Honestly, like, kind of the way that I do it, right? Like, most of my time is dedicated to the social media stuff in my real day job, but when I have like a project that I want to do, I'll just do it. So like the Sid Potty sculpt, right? Like I didn't have any like requirement for that. I didn't have to do that. I just made time for it on the offside. And you know, depending on like what your time outside of work looks like, you know, you may have to kind of like budge some stuff around. That may cause some issues for you. But honestly, like, just make a little bit of time for it when you can. It's just kind of the best advice. I try to make at least 30 minutes. I've been really bad about this lately, but I try to make at least like 30 minutes a day for some sort of 3D stuff. And that it seems to be usually pretty attainable by most people, but you know, it just depends on how your life kind of works out. But just scheduling a little bit of time to learn that stuff. So if you want to learn sculpting, right, like if you want to get better about it, install, you know, Blender, Nomad, ZBrush, whatever it is you're going to be working on, and then just dedicate a small chunk of time every single day to play with it and look at it, and then just kind of grow from there, and then decide if you want to actually do a big project, then you can go from there. That's kind of how I handled my ZBrush learning anyway, is that I went and did the T-Rex tooth. I just knew that like this will be a simple project that I can just kind of mess around with. Oops. And yeah, so it was just a simple, easy thing that kind of let me like blend the areas of my expertise together. So, like, pick a project that I would love to say. So, stay consistent, make time for it, learning by doing. Yeah, learning by doing that's the best way that I think to learn. That's how I learn. But, like, let me show you an example here, right? Like, if we're talking about sculpting, we'll go into here still. So, as far as sculpting goes, right? Before I did anything in, like, ZBrush and stuff like that, where's my like latest sculpt that I did when I was just getting started? Yeah, this thing. That was the best I could do in ZBrush. And this wasn't ZBrush, but this was like my sculpting skills. This was Mudbox. And so from there I decided, like, I want to do something simple that isn't going to like kill me. And so I went and did this, which this was a very simple, small project. And, like, I know it seems like it's probably, like, hyper complex, but it really wasn't. It was just sculpting in ZBrush and texturing in Substance Painter. This was literally just a sphere in ZBrush that I kind of pulled apart. And so I had a physical thing, and I looked at it, and I tried to replicate it as best as I could, and I learned how different tools worked, and just kind of played with things, and I talked with people, and that's just, I don't know, that's the best way that I learn. It may not work for you. You may need, like, a guided tutorial, but that's how I suggest most people try learning stuff, because, like, this is, to me, this was the easiest way to get from this to the Cittipati, which, I went from that tooth and then did this. Pretty, I don't think I really took much time in between either of them, so. Not to say that this thing's amazing. This thing has a lot of issues, but, for a first time, like, creature sculpt, I think is pretty damn good. Yeah. So, just practice by doing. ZBrush is on my list to continue working on as well, so I get that want. Haven't got to ZBrush yet, but it's on my list. Getting finished with Houdini course first, and really loving that I stuck with that and gave it a chance. That's good. Houdini's good. Real good stuff then. Thanks, man. I am for sure not a sculptor by any means, but I'm learning just like everybody else. I always try to make sure that each year I learn some new tool, and so this year it was ZBrush. Am I the best at ZBrush right now? No, but I can make it on my own at least a little bit. No, don't do surface. I'll pinch this a little bit. Same here. You're gonna be a turd, huh? If you guys ever had that issue, you can hold control to kind of like control the movement a little bit, because sometimes it'll just snap like that. It's a pain in the ass. Okay, so wait a minute. Why is there a thick line going through that? What happened there, and why is that like that? I'm gonna have to investigate that. So like I was thinking of a sort of roadmap for sculpting. I think I will just go for the do it idea. Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I think the biggest thing with like any of this stuff is just to do it. I know, like, you see the post all over Instagram, like, just make it exist first and then make it better. That's the exact sort of thing you want to follow when you're starting out on this stuff. So like, if you want to start sculpting, just make it exist first and then figure out how to refine it and make it better later. It doesn't have to be perfect right off the bat, and you're going to have some really crappy projects before you get like a really good one, just like I have. So it's a whole process, but I think you're on the right path, man. Hey man, happy last stream of the year. What's up, man? Oh yeah, thank you for the happy last stream. I almost said happy last stream to you too, but I'm streaming. You're not streaming right now. How you doing, man? Almost did that thing that we do at like restaurants where they're all enjoy the food. Thanks, you too. I do that every freaking time, and it kills me a little bit inside each time I do it. Mesh, mirror, I was so confident a couple days ago. I was like, or a couple weeks ago, I'm like, I'm gonna finish this year. That's not happening. Partially because something came up that's much more important, but that's okay. Okay. 3. Just kind of turn that off. Okay. Getting some weird... Alright, so why is this like this? Ah. Is that causing a dent? It sure kind of looks like it is. I also don't understand that. So let's take a look at that. Oh. How did that happen? That's goofy. Huh. Good, making a grilled cheese and ramen. Hell yeah. That sounds like a good night. We made homemade pasta the other day for this recipe that my wife's family always used to make. It's pretty good. We screwed it up dramatically a couple years ago, so this year it turned out nice, which was nice. What is this extra edge loop? Why are you there? Oh. Wait. Oh. Oh, I see what happened. Damn it. How does this always, like, happen to me? Okay, that makes a whole lot of sense as to why that wasn't working. Okay. Alright, so in order to get that to work. I hate it here. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a multi-cut. We're going to just plop to the corner. Just kind of rebuild this from the bottom up. Control D. I know, it looks bad. Trust me, I know. Okay. There we go. So this loop here needs to exist, but this loop does not need to exist. Okay. I see. I see what happened. That's better. Okay. That's hopefully not... Oh my god. Okay. It's fine. See if that... Did I just not do this piece? Is that what happened here? Yeah, I just didn't do this piece. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense now. Yeah, okay. Well, that sucks. The UVs are going to be insane. No, actually, they really shouldn't be that bad. The way I've modeled this, they should be pretty simple. Cricks, enjoy your breakfast and have a good day. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, well, I totally kind of jacked this up, so let's just redo this entirely. Wait, did I screw this up? Wait a minute. No, technically I didn't. Wait a minute. That one's okay, so that's cornered properly. Is it just this one? Yeah, okay, so I just got one corner left. I got jacked up. Okay. I see what happened. Cool. Uh-huh. So that needs to go, more than likely. Okay. Yep. Hmm. Okay, so that's fine. I can kind of twist that. Beautiful. Okay. That's better. That's better. Okay. Let's see. Keep working, have fun. Happy New Year in advance, dude. Same to you, Crix. Have a good one. I keep looking where that old camera is. I think learning these industry standard softwares is maybe appreciate Blender's viewport render engine. Cycles is actually really impressive in the viewport. Yeah, I wish Arnold was a little bit faster, because Arnold probably could be really good if it was. But, you know, there's trade-offs with everything, unfortunately. Okay, so that should be much worse. Yay. Is that not smooth? No. Okay. I am so tempted to just, like, line some of these curves up. Like, I know in the concept they're not lined up, but, like, it kind of kills me that they don't line up. Okay. Let's look at the front here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a break from paneling. We're going to make this weird teardrop shape thing. Because I keep saying that I'm going to do it, and I don't do it. Let's see. Where's the teardrop thing? There it is. Okay, so that goes basically here. A little bit forward. Here, all the way back. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna... This is gonna be kind of weird. This is gonna be like a really weird, like, greeble kind of thing. So, should be interesting. So, first thing I'm gonna do is just delete the bottom of this cube. And then we're going to just focus on shaping it up a little bit. It's actually kind of like, it's like fatter at the front, and then it like teardrops down. Kind of like that. Okay. And smooth. Okay. So same thing here, just gonna delete some of this junk. And we'll keep working at it. Anybody working on anything cool tonight? You guys got anything going on? Or you're all still chilling? Chilling for the holidays. I started playing Pal World the other day because I'm like, you know, I need a good survival game to kind of chill with and play with. I forgot how fun that game was. It's actually pretty enjoyable. Okay, so this is, let's see. Okay. Now, let's, hold on. Before I even think about doing that, I wanna get this carved in now because I want to flex it with the body, and I feel like if I don't do it now, it's not gonna work. Okay. Let's see here. Chamfer. Give a little bit of support there. Shouldn't affect it too badly. No. That's solid. Only thing is that's causing a bit of a weird bump here. So I think what I might do is actually just take all this. I'm just gonna pull this back a bit. It's hopefully a little bit less of a, yeah, a little bit less of a issue. Okay. The other problem is, though, this is too far forward. Nope. That might work with it. Nope. Surface side, maybe? No. Alright, let's just do a regular. Try this. Sometimes just let you, yeah, there we go. Okay. That's better. Okay. So now, let's get this kind of in place on the body. And then I'm going to use a, whatchamacallit, one of these guys. Use a nice lattice. Where are you? There you are. I'm thinking I'm gonna go 3 by 3 by 3 and see how that works. That's not what I wanted. Apply. 5 by 5 by 5. There we go. Okay. This actually needs to go. Okay, hold on. Can I just move the whole thing? Yeah, okay. So this needs to be there. Kind of up and in. Okay. Such an odd shape. Okay. Okay. So these guys are going to get rotated a little bit. It's really not allowing much. Probably because there's like no resolution to this model. Let's do this. You can always add some. should help a little bit. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Clear the history. Go to deform. Add a new lettuce. There we go. One second, my music stopped. Sure. Why not? Okay. Pull something up real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. This is kind of like teardrops up the side. Anybody go out and see Avatar yet? I did. I loved it. I think that's okay. Let's clear that. So that's solid minus the front of this thing. It's just not looking great. I'm gonna try to thicken it up a little bit. Let's see. I think that's one other issue, is that there's just not enough support here. Let's do... I don't like the way that that sits. Not a massive fan of that, so... I prefer it sits kind of like that. I know that there's kind of like a give and take here, so... Okay. I'll just shift this up. Not super concerned with the back of it. Okay. How's that? That's much better. So, cool thing is, I already have this little piece. I just need to duplicate it. is a tad bit smaller. Probably gonna have to do the same thing. Let's see. Let's do a lattice, but we're gonna just reduce it down to 3. Oh, that's why that wasn't changing. How's things? I missed the last few streams. I think you actually didn't. I've not been streaming, so I'm doing good. How you doing, Connor? Oop. Okay. Cool. All right, so Control D, freeze transforms, center world, -1. Cool. This is finally coming along. All right. Gonna increment and save that. What have you been up to, Connor? How you been? This needs to be that lighter. I don't actually have that configured as a material, do I? Oh, I do technically. Okay. I should probably... Alright, hold on. Because it's kind of bothering me a little bit. Let's do this. This is just like a default material, and I need it to be a little bit not default. I think that's one of the things that's also kind of like driving me nuts about this. Let's see. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. The interiors of these guns. I know this doesn't like matter a whole bunch, but it matters to me, so I'm doing it. Is that it? Is that the end of that playlist? Okay. Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay. Cool. It's this ring too. Should be everything. Oh, these little strips. Okay. All right. Assign new material, shader, standard volume. Nope. God damn it. I do that all the time. I grab volume over surface, and I don't know why. Okay, that's a little bit better. Kind of breaks up the color a little bit more. Cool. All right. Increment save. Doing pretty well. Had a good Christmas with my parents, my brother, and my sister-in-law. Got a fun, useless box as a gift from my dad. Is that one of those ones where you push the button and it turns itself off again? Or you, like, flip the switch? Those are a lot of fun. Alright, so there's also a piece of trim that goes along the side here. Let's finish greebling. We're gonna do some more greebles because I feel like doing greebles today. so this one is literally just a little kind of, I don't even know what to call this. It's a little like trapezoid thing. Yeah, what? Why is Maya by default adding whatever the fuck that is? Did I accidentally extrude that? I did, okay. I was gonna say that's a problem. Yeah, I don't really know what this is supposed to be, but I guess it's gonna be a vent, because why not? The only issue is this needs to be higher. Cool. Oh, that's the one. Never fails to make me smile. Also got a liquid cooling setup for my desktop PC. Nice, super cool. That's awesome. I run liquid in my main desktop. I'd like to potentially upgrade. I've always wanted to do like a full like liquid cooling setup, but I don't know if I want to dedicate the time and maintenance to that. But I like the AIOs. Those always are really cool. Is that what you got, was like an AIO? Or did you get like a full like tube and everything? Like tube kit? Oh, that didn't work all the way, did it? Not really. Let's do this. I have an idea. Oh, icky. Go away. Okay. As long as it looks flat, I don't care. Yeah, okay, nice, very cool. Super cool. I always run those now. My server, my home server doesn't have one, but my desktops always have them. I just find them so much more efficient, especially for what we do. That is way too big. Alright, so let's see. A man modeling in complete silence, just him and panels. I was telling everybody earlier that I can't be doing panels going into the new year because that'll just like seal my fate for the entire year. So thankfully I'm not doing panels right now. But I'm doing good, man. How you doing? Did you have a, I don't know if you celebrate Christmas, but did you have a good Christmas? Or a holiday? That's better. Also, am realizing that I modeled that entirely wrong. So let's fix that. Okay, here, we're gonna do this. Because I just can't be bothered anymore. Where are you? Beautiful. Oh, I would have done, if everyone in my house didn't have the flu. Next year will be better, is what I keep telling myself. Final shift of the year done, so now though, so that's that. Oh, that's good, man. I mean, that sucks that everyone has the flu. I get it though. My mom got sick, so like we all had to like figure out how to navigate that. But yeah, hopefully next year will be better because that sounds like it kind of sucked this year, unfortunately. How's school going for you? Really regret not using lattices more. I feel like I was heavily hurting myself by not doing this. Okay. Beautiful. That's much better. Okay. All right. Freeze transforms. -1. Beautiful. Just some little extras, some little details. I'm trying to make sure I model every detail in this time. I did finally make the decision to go back to school and get an associate's in virtual production. I already have a few credits towards it, so I figured I'd do the whole thing. Should be about a 2-year thing. Nice, that's cool. Where are you going to school for it? I lied. I'm going to do a panel real quick, but it's a simple one. So simple. Separate. I'm pretty sure I might even be able to get away with not even moving any of this. Yeah, uh-huh. Not even really a panel, just a line, but important regardless. Let's see. Portfolio. Wait, I'm gonna say your name wrong. I'm sorry. Portfolios of Animasi. What's up? How are you? I think I got it right. Maybe I'm not terrible at this whole streaming thing. Yeah, good. Just need to do some photo breakdowns, render out some penning shots of environments, spending the last day of the year in Houdini trying to wrap up my fabric studies. That's cool. That stuff's turning out really cool, man. I've always been tempted to try to do like the fiber thing, and like every time I think about doing it, I'm just like, no, I'm good. But no, it's looking really good, man. Local community college here in North Bay, San Francisco Bay. Oh, nice. That's cool. At least you have something local for it. I don't have crap out here. Which is probably a good thing, because they would overcharge like crazy anyway. Okay, so I probably should have saved that piece. But I'm going to just try this again. I don't think this is going to work really well, but it's worth a shot. Yeah, it'll work. It'll do what it needs to do. I really just needed it to do that. It's just like a little tiny vent. Maybe a little bit bigger than that. This is on this portion of it. Let's do this. If you hear that scratching sound, my dog's in a cone right now. So she's being as obnoxious as she possibly can be. Just add a little bit of curvature to this. Cool. If you see the walking satellite dish behind me, that's also her. Alright, cool. Sanab, how are you? How's it going? Best part is, dude, you have an itch? Here, let me take care of it. I can't reach it. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that takes care of it. The best part is none of it even shows up in the environment render. I just needed to show. Oh, I just needed some showcases that I can actually make materials, etc., and kind of snowball from there. That's funny. It's crazy that it doesn't show up, but that's one of those like micro. It's one of those really nice micro details where you can be like, yeah, you see that scene? It's beautiful. Now zoom into the blanket. So, I like stuff like that though. School's one of the first to have a VR lab of 20 valve indexes right after the first one came out. It's kind of nuts. Wow. That's cool for a little community college. Our community college out here had an animation program for a while. And then, funny enough, as soon as I went into school, they killed it. So, it was kind of like, cool. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. I really should have just gone to my local school out here, but I didn't. Our local college has an AOK animation program, or like CG program. It's nothing special, but it would have been better than the amount of money I spent going to Full Sail. It needs to be sharper. There we go. I always used to like stay away from groobling because I always felt like it was cheating. I'm now getting to a state in my life where I do not care anymore. Yeah. Cool. That sucks. I know the state university here is getting an entire department removed. No athletics, no geology. Damn, that sucks. He's making something from an IP that uses greebles on all of its most iconic ships. That's part of why I decided to do so, because I was watching... What the hell was I watching? Oh, it was something ILM-y. I forgot what the hell it was, but I was watching it and they were just talking about greebling, and I'm like, oh... Yeah, that makes sense. And I started watching breakdowns. I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? So, one of the new things I'm going to do in the new year to make stream a little bit more interesting too is I'm going to do prop streams or asset streams. So I'm going to be doing like little micro builds on stream for things like environment props, all sorts of stuff. So that's something that I want to start kind of exploring on stream, because I want to do a little bit of like world building stuff this year, on top of the stuff that I'm actually going to be focusing on this year. So all of that's going to mesh together, but I figure live stream is a good time to just bust through a bunch of little projects and then kind of play with that. So it's going to be fun stuff. But yeah, I am definitely trying to, I'm trying to break my like toxic trait of needing to like heavily model everything. Positioning wise, that looks like crap though. There we go. Okay, that's better. Is that smooth? Yeah. Okay. But it's finally starting to look like something. I honestly might just start greebling this entire stream. I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie. What's in the word, my friend? What's up, Madness? How you doing, man? How was your Christmas? Happy Christmas. Happy New Year's. It's wild to think that tomorrow is New Year's Eve. Is tomorrow New Year's Eve? Yeah, because we get New Year's Day off. That's crazy. Leave it to my dog to find the only paper towel in existence in this room and then eat it. Can I have that back, please? No, you swallowed it all? Perfect. Love that. Christmas was very chaotic and madness. I would expect nothing more, or nothing less. That's good, man. Happy holidays and New Year to you too, dude. Okay. Alright, I've made the executive decision we're greebling for the rest of the stream. Because, why not? It's making me feel accomplished, so that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, no, I kind of want to build, like, asset libraries. I think that's kind of one of the goals this year is I really want to build like my own asset library for environments and ships and stuff. Not to sell, just to like have. Only plan for New Year's Eve is to watch the season finale of Stranger Things. How is this show? Because like I keep hearing it's terrible. I see you. Give it to me. I was hoping it was like actually going to be good, so hopefully it is actually decent. Are you serious, dog? Just finding all of the paper towel. She's all, hey, you're doing something important, so I'm gonna just cause chaos. Won't it good? It's a good show. It's not the best show in the world. Well, no, I mean, like, I've watched the show. But everything I've read about season 5, like, people are just really disappointed. And I'm like, is this a common feeling, or is this just people being people? Because, like, you know, nowadays, like, you can't Most people just get on the internet to complain about things anyway. Hold on a second. Okay. I think it's pretty fun. I'm not sure why people are so hard on it. Yeah, I don't know. I take like online reviews with a grain of salt because it's just like everybody wants to hate on everything nowadays. But that one I just kept seeing a bunch of like hate towards it, and I was like, what is going on here? I personally am waiting until the entire thing is released, which I guess I could technically start tonight since the final one comes out tomorrow night, right? Yeah, I've been waiting because like I just didn't want to. I didn't want to deal with the having to like start it and then wait thing. I'd like you to preserve that corner, please. Episode 7 was very mixed. I hope the build-up pays off. Yeah, okay. Well, hopefully. I am curious to watch it for sure. I think I'm gonna actually give this a little bit more character. Alright, so where does this one go? This one goes right underneath the... It's an existing 11. There's a little panel crease right here. I'm going to texture that because I just don't want to model it. Looks pretty good. I think I want to flush that up a little bit more, though. Okay. Let's... Do I have to put any of those anywhere else? No, these are all going to be pretty, like... Yeah, these are all going to be pretty, similar. So let's do this. Just going to flex that a little bit. Cool. One thing I heard of is the finale supposedly features the show's most violent death, which is going some, given its horror-centric show. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I can't really think of... I mean, there were some pretty brutal ones throughout the entire show, mostly with, like, the limbs snapping and stuff. So, I don't know. That'll be interesting. They're all, you need to watch this. There's violence in it. Please watch the show. Please. Not sure what to do about these little things. I know they're like little cutouts, but I'm gonna make them creeples instead. Okay. Wait. No, that's actually... Okay, so hold on. works better that way. Okay. In other news, I'm still practicing digital sculpting for my animated movie, my game project. Fun some days, but I feel like it's a definition of insanity. Yeah, sculpting's tough, man. It's a lot of work. I do enjoy it. Like it does like kind of give you that like therapeutic like kind of classic art feeling, but at the same time like there's so many weird nuances with it that like I don't know, sometimes it gets to me. How's all that going, your project that you're working on? Cool. Okay. So this one just kind of needs to be a... Yeah, we're just going to do that, actually. That's unnecessary. I'm hoping this like new year I can find more time to like work on this stuff because I did not get nearly as much time as I did last year. Or year before this year anyway. Which was definitely kind of a major bummer. But life was kind of crazy this year. Thankfully, though, for me, like January will be a pretty good indicator on whether or not this year is going to be terrible. So, at least I've got that to hopefully kind of look forward to. It'll all be dependent on if our government shuts down again. Last point. Okay. Solid. Oops. I forgot. You can't do that. Okay. Nice. You still thinking of trying to switch careers? I would love to. I am probably going to look pretty heavily this year. Just depends. It was such a shit show this last year that, like, I don't know. It depends on, like, what things look like, honestly. That's the big thing. I have some cool stuff going on right now that hopefully transforms into other really good opportunities. Like right now, I've got a really good opportunity that I'm working on that should be done hopefully mid-January and published. So that's been cool. I'm pretty excited about that one. But I'm hoping that leads to more opportunities like it because it would help me potentially take the social media side of things to a higher level. It's just kind of figuring out where I fall at this point. But I would like to, I would like to switch careers for sure. Oh, okay. Weird. Game and movies are both in pre-production. Screenplay is coming along. Game is stuck while I learn more behind the character movement in Godot. Unreal is nice, but very on rails. If I found, yeah, that's fair. Never worked in Godot. But yeah, no, like to fully answer, like I would love to not work where I work anymore, just because I can tell that the amount of stress that it caused me this last year was like damaging, like to the amount of like my productivity when it comes to anything, because like the last thing I wanted to do is work on anything because of the amount of stress I was under. So I would like to get out of that position. But it sounds like every industry is like that now, so it's kind of like, it's kind of terrible. That's fair enough. The biggest issue like now is the fact that like even with the credentials that I have, I can't find anything. And I think that's kind of insane, because where I work currently, it used to be like if you worked there, anyone would hire you. Doesn't matter. Like if you were employed by this place, you would get hired somewhere. Like it didn't matter. Now, that doesn't mean anything. So it's just kind of a weird space nowadays. I don't really know how to explain it. This is like a little latch thing. But I don't know. I'm hoping stuff stabilizes. It's just a bad time to try to switch jobs in the US, unfortunately. So let's just support that real quick. Cool. Freya. Jesus, dude. Let's see. Music. Sure. Oh. What just happened? How long have I been streaming? Hour and a half? Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Does everybody have any like big party plans for New Year's Eve? You guys doing anything cool? Or are you all a bunch of hermits like me and just gonna stay inside? The game though, even though I'm kind of stuck. Yeah, no, that's cool, man. I think it's a really cool space to be in when you're making your own project, especially something like that, because like that's a massive undertaking. So I'm glad that you're excited about it. It's kind of the space that I want to start moving into, is like my own like large scale projects, instead of just like, you know, like I do enjoy doing a model here and there, but I think I'm getting to the point now where it's like it's no longer feeling as fulfilling as it did. So I want to kind of move on to like more complicated things. I'm more impressed that you found somebody named you Filthy Animal. But thank you, Chris, for the donated sub. How you doing, buddy? Merry Christmas, you beautiful 3D bitch. How you doing, man? Hello. Good night. Are you saying hello and then good night and leaving, or are you just saying hello, good night, like as in good night? Hi, Felipe. How are you? Read that again. Mary, cryptic miss. Oh, look at you. Playing with words. Should I make that a thing next year? Cryptic miss? I might steal your branding idea there. Cryptic miss. 12 days of cryptic miss where I give away things. I don't know. Not the only thing I'm playing with. Please do. I might. Okay, so let's... This is not... It's too big. Not the only thing I'm playing. What does that mean? I'm on something right now and there's no controlling it. What are you doing? This actually needs to be really kind of close to this. Cryptic miss. I like that. I don't know. Okay, good. Oh, you're like hyper. Got you. Good evening. How are you doing, Felipe? Bingo. Okay. Okay, so you just have a lot of energy. That's fair. I wish I had a lot of energy. I don't have a lot of energy right now. But I'm here. I'm greebling. I'm doing the thing. I'm greebling. It's such a fun word. I'm going to say it way too many times by the end of this stream. Whoop. Yoop. A little bit less. Is all you got me useful for something here? Hey, that's good. At least you made yourself useful instead of the 98% of the time that you're in my stream. Just kidding. You used to be such a good mod. I can go make 90 clips of the stream if you want. No, it would be so boring. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I don't have clippable content anymore. Sometimes I do. It's a rare occasion, so when it does get clipped, it's nice. But it's pretty rare now. My problem is that I have so little base projects on because no one ever seems to have done something quite like what I'm doing. The curse of originality. Yeah, it's fair. It's a good thing to have, though, because then you won't be called, you know, unoriginal. So, there's that. But I definitely understand that, especially because, like, that's also, like, 90% of, like, 3D nowadays is, like, there just isn't enough information for something and you have, like, a really niche problem and nobody's talked about it or done it. Well, it seems to be slowly getting better. Since I've started doing, like, tutorials, I've seen so many other, like, people actually start doing their own tutorials and stuff, and it's been nice and refreshing. Is that sticking through all the way? Oh, that's why. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't delete the bottom of that. Okay. I really don't like that at all. I don't like that it's not, like, flat. That might be better. Try that out. That's a little bit better. I've done it before. I know you have. Have you already tried ZBrush? Yeah, I use ZBrush quite a bit, actually. Not for hard surface modeling, though. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I need to play with it more before I decide if I actually like it or not. Oh yeah, it's a pain. Yeah, for sure. If you have like one of those weird niche issues and like nobody's talking about it, it's like great. Blasphemy. I know. I know. I'll try it eventually one of these days, and who knows, I might love it. I probably will. Gribble idea. Signal lights like on an airplane or a helicopter. Maybe. There's some interesting greebles on this one. I'm trying to stick with the concept art and just kind of like do these little panels here and there. But it doesn't really have any like signals. So I don't know. What was that? Oh. I'll have to look at that. I don't think it has any like lights, but most like Star Wars things don't really have lights, I don't think. I'd have to look at other vehicle designs though and see what because like most of the lighting is done in like the cockpits and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I will take it into consideration. Hello. All right. Have you been doing much in ZBrush, Tamuzu, lately, or nah? Oh, that got busted up when I moved it. I see. That's fine. What's up? Just streaming. Yeah. I'm be done in a couple minutes here. So. Let's go ahead. I'm going to deform that one a little bit. Lattice it. So one thing I've noticed with like greebles and stuff is like if you don't actually conform them to the body, they end up looking really bad. Some projects here and there, but I gotta go on a binge and then I need to go on a binge in the new year. Well, maybe I'll binge with you. Maybe that'll be what I do in the new year, right? I'll try I'll do a ZBrush model. Why is that? How did that happen? Is that one lined up? I know I didn't shift all that crap. It's fine. It's fine. I'll fix it later. Let's see. Let's add this little, do I want to add that when that part of the body's busted? No. I'm not going to add that just yet. I'm going to take this guy though. Move it right down here. Can make a mech or something. I have, there's this one person that really messages me all the time on Instagram who is like begging me to finish the Gypsy Danger, or not the Gypsy Danger, but the Striker Eureka model. Let me just like shoot myself in the foot with ever enjoying ZBrush and do a Jaeger. So I could finally be like, look, I finished it. It's done. Oh, hell yeah. That's for sure not what I will do, but it would be funny. It would be funny. That's fine. I'm not gonna like hyper stress about the positioning on these things. I love how his concept art has just a little bit of damage to the paint. And I'm like, do I want to do a lot of damage or no damage? I don't know. I haven't decided if I want this to be like a clean ship or a damaged, broken up ship. I Haven't really decided yet. Alright, so let's take this guy. I'm going to just reuse this in a bunch of different places, because why not? And then I'm going to stack another greeble on top of that. Probably this guy. Nice little piece of texture. Cool. And then this guy, let's go up here. You could always take one of the Jaeger models and do individual parts as studies and easy. That's, I mean, that's fair. I think that's probably going to be the better, like, solution for me anyway, is to, like, break something apart and do piece by piece in ZBrush until I want to start. Because, like, I think the thing with ZBrush that gets so confusing for me is, like, breaking everything into polygroups and just, like, the pure, like, organizational structure of ZBrush is, like, just crazy. I'm also tempted to just wait for the new UI. But also, there's, like, disadvantages to that, too, right? Because you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I know the new UI, but not the old one. That's fair. That's fair. You did do a lot with it. I think that's a pretty solid idea, and I think you're right. I think that's probably what I'll end up doing. There's two little greebles. Down here, it's these little things. Right after that panel. UI will change where the buttons are. Wait, the UI will change where buttons are, but it won't change the word. I mean, that's fair. That's super fair. I am tempted to see. I do want to see what they do with the new UI. If it looks anything like the tablet version, it should be pretty nice. Cool. That's coming together pretty well. Pretty happy with that. I don't know what this thing in the back here is, though. think it's like vents, but I'm not entirely sure. It really does help kind of bring it together, though. It's looking a lot cooler. I think one of the other things I want to do here, hold on. Is just bring this down a little bit. Yeah. Cool. Need to do like a little piece of liner on the inside here. Sweet. What time is it? 1:46. All right. I think that's gonna be it for tonight. It was a pretty good stream though. Got a lot done. I'm gonna go ahead and just freeze all that stuff. Do an increment and save. Alrighty, everybody. I'm gonna end it for tonight. But thanks so much for hanging out with me. It's been fun as always. It's been good talking with everybody and catching up. Hope you guys have a wonderful and safe New Year. Definitely be safe out there because it's crazy this time of year. But I will see you guys all on Friday. Yeah, Friday. I should be live. I don't think I won't be live. So, should be live on Friday. So, I'll see you guys all on Friday. But until then, again, thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out. And I'll see you all soon. YouTube, you guys are the first ones to go because there's no raid. Why did my live stream finish on YouTube? Whoa, what? Oh, okay, it didn't. That freaked me out for a second. All right, YouTube, thank you guys so much. You guys have a wonderful weekend, or a wonderful week, and a happy new year, and I'll see you all live soon. And then Twitch, let's find somebody to raid. Let's see what we got. See who we got.